Hello and welcome to another video with myself, Rev Arlene C. It is Thursday, January 23rd, 2025, and I guess this is mid-month, end of the month energy check-in. But really, again, I can't really say that because the energies are so rapid, so, they're constantly changing. So at the same time, I have that feeling of more accurate description is this is the current energy because it's today. It's the present energy update because this is what I'm sensing today. And it could be different later on today, and it could be different tomorrow. So right now, this moment, here's the energy. And it is, oddly enough, still connected to what I felt earlier this morning, and I shared quickly in that little short, in my shorts here on YouTube. So the energy still to me, and the word I always keep hearing is palatable. It's a very palatable type of energy. I keep seeing, clay and let's say, Play-Doh. Sorry, I forgot the word. I could see it in my head, but I couldn't think of what it was called. So it's like I'm seeing we're these sculptors and we're creating this, we're creating through this malleable and palatable kind of energy, right? But what's interesting with it is I was sensing it's more about, but it's still about going deeper, right? It's not about the, I guess the outer layer or the, I can't think of the word now because words are constantly leaving me. I'm constantly going through this, another kind of temporal wipe or change. So it's just, and then I forget how to speak, whether that be English or Portuguese. I'm just forgetting. I can't think of the words. So it's more of, and again, I can't think of the word, but when I get the word, I'll tell you. So it's more of just that generic type of superficial. There we go. Thank you, universe. These superficial layers. We're going deeper within. As always, right? We're going deep into that onion layer. So with this, it's about deeper. So the way they showed it to me on a personal level, which is, as I've shared in other videos, I'm going through and have been experiencing different forms of, pain on my body and very limited range of motions with my arms. So, first, as this information was coming in, I was like, okay, I want to form this energy, work this energy to help me figure out, and release, let go of any kind of distortion or resistance to this pain that I'm feeling and the resistance in my arms. And then I heard, no, that's still not deep enough, right? And then for me, it was about, embodying my body and, having even a deeper or a new understanding of connecting to this physical body that I guess I still haven't, we'll just use the word mastered for now, just because I can't think of another word. So because I haven't truly, developed more of that understanding, I need to develop more of that to help understand the next layer of why I'm experiencing the limited range of motion in my arms, right? Where, I struggled with the right side first. I kind of got it almost back to my typical normal, and then it switched over to my left. And then because my left had been taking care of my right for so many years, I feel like the left is, taking so much longer to work through. But there's so much more to it, right? But I understand for myself, right? But that's what I was receiving, and about going deeper. And I also feel that with this energy that we're sensing, or that I'm sensing and picking up on with this, malleable, palatable kind of energy, and very fluid energy, is that it's also about, to a degree, almost like temporal wipes for us as well. We are going through this purge from within us, and we are slowly beginning to create our new baseline. Now, the thing that they were telling me or showing me is that, and when I say they, I just mean my higher self, team, and God, right? Because that's who I connect with. So they were telling me how, this baseline is going to take time, because we're going through so many of these like wipes in a way, and this purging. So we're just like clearing off the layers more and more, right? It's like when you think about, old homes that have wallpaper, right? Sometimes you're going through the wallpaper, and next there's like, oh, look, another layer, right? And you're scraping through these layers, and that's what it's showing us until we get back to the fresh state of the wall, right? Like either we get back to the woods, to the studs, depending, right? And that's what's happening with us. We are going through these constant temporal wipes in a way until we get back down to the basic and get to our purest, highest frequency of our real studs of the wall, right? Like our real, with all the wallpaper removed, and then we can start that baseline. But what's happening in between is understanding that, yes, as you're going through and finding each layer of wallpaper, there is work still being done within that, and you're still going through needed shifts and changes and awakenings and rememberings in that to help you get down to the next layer of the wallpaper. So it's almost like how sometimes you got to let the adhesive or the non-adhesive stuff like sit, like sometimes you got to let things sit on the wall for like 24 hours, 48 hours to really make it easier to peel off the next layer, right? So that it seeps in to the glue. And that's kind of what I'm sensing with this. It's like we spend time on certain layers and work through certain things. We go through, getting deep into the pores of things until we can scrape it through and get on to the next one. But it all depends too, right? Where if you're impatient and you only give it 4 hours versus the 12, it's going to be more of a struggle, right? Where if you were patient and were present in the moment and working through it and allowing the information to unveil itself and reveal itself to you and let it sit there for the 12 hours, then it would make it a little bit easier to peel through the wallpaper. So that is a lot of what the energy I'm sensing right now. There's so much creative energy flowing. There's so much happening. But again, it's all about, looking beyond the superficial of it all and going deeper to see, like, so that you're going more to the root, not just pulling off the Band-Aid, right? Or putting a Band-Aid on and it's just kind of a quick makeshift cover, but you're not really getting to the root of things, right? Another thing I'm feeling more too is a lot more of people, again, I said this in other videos, where we're being jolted more awake into our awakening of our own being, that our foundation or understanding is really being rattled to force us to say, hey, like, this is no longer working for me. I can't continue, going along the way I've been going in this paradigm. It's just not going to happen anymore. And with that, as it is, it's always difficult to express, where it's, there are those people that either, they've come to the end of their contract of being here on Earth. Some are not ready to switch over to the new paradigm. And that's why we always see, this, surge in deaths. And that is because of that reason, where there's many people that are just not ready to shift into that new paradigm. And they can only do the work through the other side. And when they're on the other side, they can do the work that they need to do to be ready for their next incarnation, or whatever their next, well, really still an incarnation, whether it's going to be on Earth or a different dimension or reality. And even for us who do continue working and being present in this earth and this reality, even when we pass away, there's still more to do, right? You're just going through the next phase, and that's just how it is. We're constantly going through phases, whether that be in this physical body or with our spirit when we cross over. Trying to think, because there's other things that were coming through. I just feel that a lot of, there's a lot happening. There's a lot of these collapses to government and medical that are starting to take place. People are starting to question. People are not just taking things at word face value, right? They are looking deeper into wanting, doing the research to figure things out. I feel that there's going to be this more of a call to more of the herbal type of medicines, or the combination of the two, right? People are going to be looking to other forms of modalities and well-being to support their body and their mental and physical health. I really feel that's coming really big now and into February. Is February Heart Month? I know technically Valentine's Day, but you know how there's always months where certain things mean certain, like for April, it's Autism Month, like Autism Day is April 2nd, so, I only know that because, like I've said, my boys are autistic, right? So it's a date I remember. So I don't know if February is Heart and Stroke Month, but for some reason I kept feeling something to do with the heart, and that is going to push more to do with looking for alternative ways of supplementing your health. I think that's it at this moment. Again, it's important to have fun with this energy. Try not to take things so seriously. Give yourself patience to allow things to unfold. It's always about responding, not reacting, right? We're not to react out of fear or needing that feeling of needing to justify yourself. It's giving yourself a moment to sit with what was received, sit with it, and then figure out how you're going to respond, if there's a response that's even needed, right? And understanding that not everything requires your attention. But again, have fun with this energy, play with it a little bit, see what feels right, what feels good, and also connecting to the point too where sometimes something might feel awkward because it's unfamiliar, but unfamiliar doesn't mean bad. Okay? Surrounding you in love. I always appreciate your presence here. Until next time, you are loved, you are seen, you are safe, and you are whole.